Geauga Transit is a neighboring transit system. We got a grant to expand service with Geauga Transit to provide better service to the community, to the Amish, and to everybody. And part of that grant was the purchase of several expansion vehicles. They have an 18 bus fleet. When we took over, one of the first things we started doing was switching some of their vehicles to propane. The cost of the propane fuel is so much less that it ends up being a net positive. The environmental aspect of it is also great. The fact that it's less polluting. The fact that it's also 97% American made is also great. So there's lots of side benefits, but being the government, our focus is always on how to provide service to the people as cheap as possible. And when you can save 35% and not do a whole lot different, you kind of, at least in my opinion, you should make that decision because you want to save money. They have a several thousand gallon fueling station now, and they have 9 propane buses, which we are hoping to expand to a greater number in the future. As far as having it installed, it's a shockingly simple thing. There are much fewer regulations about it because it's a pressurized gas. I think all of us were a little surprised at the lack of complexity of the components. There's a tank, a pump, and a nozzle, basically. There just isn't a lot to it. It's just a regular gas pump. You hook it on, you push, you pull the trigger and it pumps. We're in the Cleveland area where it's cold. Diesel engines struggle to heat up sometimes, and so they don't always provide enough heat in the passenger compartment for the customers. Propane and gasoline, get much warmer, and so the bus is able to be warmer inside. And actually, that was probably one of the biggest benefits that our drivers commented on, was that they felt like they weren't cold anymore. I love propane buses. The number one reason is they save the taxpayers 35%, and we don't have to compromise on quality, safety, performance, or anything. It's just a straight up 35% savings, which is not an easy thing to do.